and it shows that sometimes things can have environmental effects beyond what we might have foreseen. But it doesn't teach us in a traditional way, with teachers standing at the head of the classroom in front of the whiteboard saying, okay, we're going to take a look at this example, it's called buffalo grass, and this is why it was introduced, this is what it does, and this is why it's a bad thing. By taking ownership over their learning, they went out and they did the research, they created the graph, they were motivated to start the Facebook page. They really became interested in an issue and had an impact outside of their classroom. And this reminds me a lot of the projects that I did with the imaginary countries. I became super interested in it. I would write blog posts, I would write stories, and that's the same kind of thing that can be applied to real life problems. I hope that you all ask yourself, what are some problems that affect my community? Maybe it's something like buffalo grass. Maybe it's that there needs to be a new library, or it could be something totally different. And how can my students be part of the solution? Many people focus on students graduating from high school and going to college as the beginning of the solution. But I believe that students can begin making a difference, solving problems within their communities far earlier. In other words, make a difference no matter how young. A classroom where students have the opportunity to solve real-life problems and engage in service learning is an innovative classroom. I believe that an innovative classroom isn't just one where the world comes to us. We read about ancient China in textbooks. We read about ancient Egypt. It's one where we go out, we research, we write blog posts, we volunteer, we raise awareness about issues our weekend in the world. It's one where we have voice in education decisions that will affect our future. And it's a connected one, where students can connect in more ways than one, maybe not just in person, but also online. It's one where we use online technology like blogging to create work. So for about a minute here, I want you to turn to the person sitting next to you, surrounded by two people, just talk to both of them, and ask yourself, what are some projects or service learning ideas that I could implement in my classroom? So think of a problem in a community, or something that your students are really interested in, or maybe a technology that you've already implemented that you're learning how to use. So turn to your neighbor and share ideas about different creative projects you might have that would allow students to have the